Thanks very much. And ladies and gentlemen, very good to see you. Slightly later than expected, but in our view, it was worth the wait. I also wanted to thank the Danish presidency in general, and Lars, you personally in particular, for the amazing job you have done throughout the last weeks and months, but also today. As you're all aware, there were two big items on the agenda today that are different, but at the same time are also intrinsically linked. The conversation on 2040 and the conversation on our NDC. First on 2040. We truly had a very good, productive and proactive meeting. And my read is that more and more member states have articulated where they want to land, have articulated satisfaction with many of the things that are on the table, have of course also articulated some of the things they would love to see to further enhance and beef up the proposal, and that is exactly the way as it should be. And as Lars was already saying, this in a way is a three-step rocket. We have today, which was very, very productive and fruitful, and then we will have the European Council that will provide us with guidance, with their view on the enabling conditions, and my read is that they will then task us to continue the work and make sure we finalize this. And I'm very much with Lars that we should do so at an Environment Council soon after that European Council to make sure we have all these things in order as soon as possible and certainly before the COP. Processes, as always in politics, are a bit unpredictable, but it is the combination of a content, process, communication and building solid majorities that in the end is needed to do this type of work, particularly with the trilogue that we have and with 27 member states who rightly so have specific and different perspectives and different asks in order to make this whole thing come together. The second conversation, ladies and gentlemen, was of course on the NDC. Very important, as Lars was already stating, that the European Union moves ahead and is explicit about where it wants to go. And yes, the two things are linked, but of course the timing is not necessarily the same. And if you postpone the first, the conversation on 2030, on 2040, sorry, what do you do with the second, which is the NDC, where there is a clear deadline? We need that to have before we walk into Berlin. The very good news of today, and again, I think also very good work of the presidency, is that we have come up with a statement of intent, which also allows us to confidently walk into New York next week with a range that by any international standard truly is ambitious, with 66.3 to 72.5%. Clearly in line with the Paris Agreement, and in my view, very helpful in terms of articulating where the European Union wants to go. Again, building consensus is something that typically takes time. That is the time we've taken today. But as always, I think it was worth the effort. Thank you very much.